Coach, I wanted to ask you about two former University of Alabama football players. Can you elaborate on the development of Quentin Dial and your plans for him this season?
Well, Quentin Dow has done nothing but he's been on that track the entire time he's been here, and an upward track, and he is. I would tell you that sounds like your accent. You might be from around near Alabama, and he is making Alabama proud. He's doing really well. Our plans this year for him. He's competing right now, and you're seeing him play a lot of football.
And I want you to assess the abilities of DeAndrew White, and what does he have to do to make a roster spot?
Well, he's got to keep ascending, and when the lights go on in these preseason games, we need to produce and be consistent. He's working his tail off. He's another guy that's doing he's working hard, and he's obviously got a lot of ability.
Predictably, early in camp, there were some rough patches there for Colin as he adjusts to the new offense. But it seems like this last week, things really started clicking for him. And what have you seen over these last 3 weeks in terms of his progression from the start of camp to now?
Again, at that position, I haven't seen him in rough patches. We're all watching, but my opinion of it is that I have not seen rough patches at all. I've seen something smoothly operating and growing and getting in tune with the other pieces of the puzzle. That's what I've seen. I've seen us, as an installation comes in and we're working something new and we're going through that, the first day of it, getting everybody on the same page, getting the film, getting back into the room, cleaning it up, and the next day coming back and hitting those things and them being where they needed to be. So I've seen a natural progression in that, but I would not categorize anything as a rough patch. And where he's at right now, again, this week. But again, this week, a majority of the installation is done. So now we're repping things, we're putting things together. And I know you can see that out there. It's not as segmented. You're not seeing one personnel group and a series of plays. You're seeing personnel groups move. You're seeing the plays calls change and move. I've been really happy with this week's practices. There's been a Christmas, both sides of the ball. A lot of improvements happening. Again, I think that is because of the installation parts and people working together on things.
I asked the earlier question about transactions. Has there been an agreement to send Derek Carrier to Washington for a 5th-round pick?
I'll let you know that if I go to a meeting after this and find out. We have personnel meetings in the afternoon.
Just go over the depth you have at that position. Obviously, you came in to camp with 8 guys. Trade away Asante, trade away Derek possibly. Just what do you see out of that group with, Garrett and Vance, Blake backing up Vernon, obviously?
Obviously, somebody's talking about something. The whole group is doing really well. We're really happy with the whole group, and that was our intentions last week too, with Vernon not being out there. We know who Vernon is. We know what he is, and giving the other guys an opportunity to play. Last week's wasn't even as much about resting Vernon as it was about getting other guys on the field. And we have a group there that we feel really happy about. We really do. We feel like it's a really talented group.
You had Vance and Garrett both had to deal with back surgeries last year. So was that something you needed to see how well they responded, and what have they shown you thus far?
Yeah, well, again, with those, I go to the medical people, and those guys went through the protocol and were cleared and lifted weights and ran and moved and bent and did all those things that you need to do, just like our medical people told me they would. And then they ran around in the off season in the spring. I can't tell you that was really a big thought of mine. It's not anything that we're told that we need to monitor or check, so that really hasn't been a
Doesn't look like they've been hindered at all. I mean, it looks like they're,
No, I mean, those guys, that's not even a discussion that we have.
Sense yet as to who's going to play and who's not going to play Sunday night in this exhibition game?
No, I mean, you'll see some more guys up, and we're going to have, again, we're having a whole, I got the coaching staff here this afternoon, and we're going to go through that and go through our whole personnel thing and look at how we're going to set some depth charts and things like that. I wanted to wait till now, get guys through practice. We've had different combinations working and through the week that you've seen. So see who we're going to start off with and kind of we're trying to methodically put that together to see what we need to see.
Last week, Navarro didn't play.
Yeah.
Sense that he might see some time this week, or
Yeah.
still?
I mean, again, and I don't want to mislead with that, but, with those guys in coming back, after a long way away, and we see everything they're doing on the practice field, and, there's no reason, but really, I'll reserve the right to look in a guy's eyes 2 hours before a game, and I think, you let everybody know right away last week, and we'll do the same thing. As soon as we've got that set, and it might be before the game. This is preseason. We're not trying to hide anything. So, but it really is that simple. I'm just watching guys and seeing how they are, and, we're talking back and forth, and I'm not going to put that decision on them. Think about that. I don't want to say, oh, hey, do you want to play or don't you? What kind of a spot? I don't want to do that. I'll make that decision. So I want to take that off the shoulders. There's enough stresses, and I'm not talking about the physical side. I'm talking about the whole physiological side of things.
Eric Reed just told us that Jimmy Ward showed him some speed that even he didn't know that this kid had because he didn't see it last year. Have you seen that in the last day or two?
Wasn't that great to see out there today? And yesterday. Yesterday you really saw it. And that smile, that's something. That's been a long road there, and Jimmy's out there running around, and he's a good football player, and he's got speed, and he's got all the physical tools and the mental side. So it's just good to see him right now running around.
What are you expecting of Jared Hayne this weekend?
Yeah, well, we'll see. I know that last week things got nuts, from what I understand. And my biggest thing to all that with Jared is Jared has proven himself as a world-class athlete in Australia playing rugby on a field with other professional athletes. So that part of it, I think we all know. I wasn't surprised at his ability to do things. I guess other people were. I really still can't understand why that is with the spatial stuff. But I will say this. I really don't personally see the need to put anything more on his plate. He just needs to continue doing what he's doing and learning the game of football and playing and not trying to carry a country on his back and trying to carry the flag for, crossover athletes and you know what I mean, and all that kind of stuff. I just want him to just focus on football and the game and keep it right there and play. And it's the nature of sport. There's ups and there's downs. Well, we got to make sure there's a lot more ups than there are downs. But he's still in the early stages of this thing.
Surprised though by his belief? Like he genuinely believes he'll get this done?
Do I think that he believes
Are
it?
you surprised by that?
Oh, heck no. No. He wouldn't be here. I fully realize what he left to come here. Jared Hayden, he doesn't need any money. He doesn't need any fame. What does he need? There's nothing. This is all for the right reasons, in my opinion. And, he believes in himself, and he should. If you don't believe in yourself walking through these doors, you don't have a chance. He believes in himself.
And most of the reps, the carries in the second quarter on Saturday, Jared Hayne did. Is that something where you'll, kind of rotate that throughout the preseason? He might not get those same
Yes.
reps.
Exactly. I mean, we've got different guys, and we're working through the different guys, and we've got some talent in the backfield. I mean, we've got some guys that we've got to sort out, and we want them to play. You know, so I mean, we definitely want to make sure we spread that around back there.
How about Jason Garrett, said they're gonna have a walkthrough, I guess, tomorrow. He had some concerns about the condition of the field. Have you talked to him about their arrangements and his concerns?
I haven't spoke to Jason Garrett since, when were we in Arizona? Yeah, that's the last time I spoke to, I mean, much respect to Jared, but he's been busy and I've been busy, so I haven't, no, I don't, nothing.
Last one, guys?
What do you say about those concerns of the field and, whether or not it's safe to play on and all the turf issues?
Honestly, I don't know the first thing about grass. I don't, and that's not being flip. I mean, that's just honest. And I happen to know our grounds guys. I'm on their practice field every day. And you've been out there to see that practice field. That's the field that's provided to us day in and day out. And it is immaculate. It is unbelievable. So when it comes to the fields, I have no reason. Every day I walk on fields that are perfect, and I have no reason to question him or anything about the grass. I'm very confident, and we'll be out there playing football. I really don't put a lot of thought into it.